Imagine that everything you know about the world around you might be wrong. What if reality is not exactly what it seems? It may sound exaggerated, but a declassified CIA document brings revelations that could literally change the way you see life. This isn't just another conversation about spirituality, esotericism, or the occult. We're talking about science applied to the human mind, revealing secrets previously reserved for the most exclusive government circles. The truth is, you can access different dimensions, shape your reality, and even transcend the limits of time and space. Intriguing, right? Get ready, because you're about to dive into a universe of limitless possibilities. Now, the question remains, are you ready to uncover the truth? Exploring human consciousness is like opening the doors to an invisible, yet incredibly powerful universe. Science already suggests that the mind has capabilities we've barely begun to explore. The process known as the gateway is the key to unlocking this vastness, enabling experiences that challenge common sense, such as out-of-body journeys, universal connections, and even perception beyond linear time. Picture yourself sitting in a deep meditative state, feeling your body disappear as your mind floats through unknown dimensions. It sounds like science fiction, but it's a practice grounded in sophisticated techniques. This concept might seem surreal, but think about its potential. Accessing parts of your mind you've never used to connect with the whole. The sensation is described as liberating, as if you were a single drop rediscovering its belonging to the ocean. People report feeling a connection with a universe that transcends cultural, religious, and even physical barriers. This is not just spirituality or esotericism. It's science opening the doors of the occult in a practical way. Start with a simple daily visualization practice. Sit down, breathe deeply, and imagine a portal opening inside your mind, leading you to a safe place filled with answers. The accounts of those who have experienced the gateway process are fascinating. One participant described feeling their consciousness expand beyond the stars, connecting with something they called the universal pulse. Others reported moments of clarity, so profound that long-standing dilemmas disappeared within seconds. This goes beyond ordinary introspection. It's about accessing a cosmic library of wisdom. It's like meditating at such a deep level that you hear the universe's answers. If you've ever tried meditating without success, start by listening to binaural beats. It can be a great entry point. But don't think this process is reserved for Tibetan monks or NASA scientists. Anyone can begin exploring their consciousness with simple and consistent practices. The key is training your mind to recognize what has always been there, but was ignored due to lack of attention. Many start with dream journals or guided meditations to activate this mental state. Imagine writing down a dream and days later, realizing it held answers to situations you were experiencing. The mind has incredible hidden tools. You just need to sharpen your senses to perceive them. By exploring your consciousness, you're not just discovering a new world, but also rediscovering yourself. Each out-of-body experience or universal connection serves as a reminder that we are more than flesh and bone. We are energy, vibration, and part of something much greater. And the best part, all of this is within reach for anyone willing to try. You don't have to abandon your routine or become a hermit. Start small. Practice daily gratitude, visualize your goals as already achieved, and allow yourself to feel this connection with the universe. Gradually, the extraordinary will become part of your everyday life. The gateway process is not just a spiritual or esoteric adventure. It is grounded in solid, modern science. The foundation of this process is hemispheric synchronization, known as hemisync. This technique uses specific sound frequencies to align the brain's hemispheres, creating a state of high mental performance and expanded consciousness. Think of the brain as an orchestra. When both hemispheres are synchronized, the mental melody becomes clearer, more powerful, and harmonious. This isn't mysticism, it's neurology. Studies show that hemisync can improve creativity, reduce stress, and even facilitate profound insights. The science behind this synchronization is fascinating. Binaural beats are used to create specific frequencies that the brain interprets as new vibrations. For example, if one ear hears a frequency of 210 Hz and the other hears 200 Hz, the brain feels a 10 Hz difference, triggering specific mental states, such as deep relaxation or intense focus. These states are known to induce experiences that might seem mystical, like visions or sensations of unity with the universe. Have you ever imagined accessing your mind to the point where you feel connected to everything, like the waves of an ocean? That's hemisync in action. Beyond its practical effects on daily life, HemiSync also has applications in advanced fields such as consciousness research and even military intelligence. Yes, the US government itself has used these techniques to train soldiers in practices like remote viewing and enhanced perception. Imagine an agent trained to see locations on the other side of the world without being physically there. It sounds like fiction, but it's applied science. For those wanting to begin experimenting, HemiSync audio tracks are available online. One example is the famous The Gateway Experience, designed for beginners in the process. Although the science behind HemiSync may seem complex, its application is incredibly simple. The secret is to create an environment conducive to listening to the frequencies and allowing your mind to relax naturally. Picture yourself in a dark room with comfortable headphones and a clear intention for what you wish to explore, whether it's focus, relaxation, or even accessing hidden memories. These states of mental synchronization can be enhanced through regular practice, helping you connect more deeply with your consciousness and with the universe around you. The beauty of HemiSync is that it harmoniously connects science and spirituality. It doesn't deny the mysteries of the occult or esotericism, but integrates them into a scientific framework that anyone can understand and use. This balance is what makes the gateway process so fascinating and accessible. After all, who wouldn't want to use the power of sound to explore the deepest corners of the mind? Hemispheric synchronization isn't just a brain trick. It's the gateway to a new way of being, more connected and conscious. The gateway process is not limited to theory or the passive use of binaural beats. It offers practical techniques that act as tools for those wishing to access expanded states of consciousness. One such technique is resonant tuning, which uses vocal sounds to help align the mind and body. It's something simple yet powerful. Emitting sounds while breathing deeply can create vibrations that awaken your internal energy flow. Think of it as the tuner of your consciousness, preparing you to explore higher dimensions. This practice is a way to integrate science, spirituality, and esotericism into your daily life. Another fascinating technique is the use of the energy conversion box. This method involves visualizing a box where you can deposit negative thoughts or emotions, allowing your mind to become free to reach higher states. It's like a mental trash can where you throw away everything that no longer serves you. For example, before starting a deep meditation practice, imagine this box beside you and visualize the heavy energy being transferred into it. This simple visualization helps create a clean, receptive space in the mind, which is essential for achieving higher levels of consciousness. The energy balloon is another central tool in the gateway process. This technique involves creating an energetic bubble around your body, providing protection and balance. Visualize yourself surrounded by a glowing sphere, as if it were an energetic armor that blocks external influences and strengthens your presence. This practice is widely used by those seeking energetic protection during out-of-body experiences or even in daily life. A practical example is using this visualization before facing stressful situations, like an important meeting or a delicate conversation, to maintain your emotional balance. The power of these techniques lies in their simplicity and accessibility. You don't need to be an expert in the occult or meditate for hours to feel the effects. The key is consistent practice. Try starting your morning with resonant tuning to align your energy, and at night, use the energy conversion box to release accumulated tensions. These exercises not only deepen your connection with the universe, but also help bring focus and clarity to daily life. It's like tuning an instrument before a concert. You're preparing your mind to perform at its best. By integrating these techniques into your daily life, you'll realize that the expansion of consciousness is something tangible, not just an abstract idea. Resonant tuning, the energy conversion box, and the energy balloon are more than just tools. They are portals to a more connected, conscious, and vibrant life. Use these methods as small daily rituals to access a part of yourself that may have been dormant for a long time. After all, what could be more exciting than discovering that the key to the universe lies within you, just waiting to be used? The concept of a holographic universe may sound like something straight out of a science fiction movie, but it's an idea that science and spirituality have been exploring for decades. According to the theories of Carl Pribram, a renowned neuroscientist, and David Bohm, a visionary physicist, the universe operates like a hologram, where each part reflects the whole. This means that what you are, in the microcosm of your existence, is connected to the universal macrocosm. This perspective not only expands our view of reality, but also reinforces the idea that human consciousness is a central piece in this cosmic puzzle. To understand this concept, think of a traditional hologram. Even when divided into smaller pieces, each piece contains the complete image of the original. Now apply this to the universe. Each of us carries within us the essence of the whole. This is why spiritual and esoteric practices, such as meditation and visualization, can connect the individual to the universal. When you meditate and feel that deep connection with something greater, it's not just your imagination, it's applied science. Try reflecting on this. When you look at a tree leaf, remember that it contains the essence of the entire forest. This holographic view of the universe also aligns with experiences reported by those practicing the gateway process. Many people describe sensations of cosmic unity and a profound understanding of how everything is interconnected. Imagine playing a single note on a piano and, suddenly, hearing an entire symphony echoing through space. That's how the holographic universe operates. In the occult, this idea is often represented by symbols such as the circle and the central point, indicating that the whole is contained in the part, and vice versa. Every action you take reverberates throughout the whole, and the whole resonates within you. The concept of the holographic universe also leads us to question our perception of time and space. If the whole is contained in the part, then past, present, and future coexist in the same information field. This explains why techniques such as remote viewing or accessing past life memories are possible. For example, by practicing deep meditation, you may access memories you've never experienced in this life, but which feel incredibly real. To explore this, you can start with Akashic records or guided practices available in advanced spirituality videos or books. The beauty of this holographic model is that it eliminates the separation between science and spirituality. Instead of viewing the world as a series of disconnected events, we understand that everything is interconnected like a perfect cosmic dance. The occult has always spoken of a unified field, and now science is beginning to unravel it. By applying this view to daily life, your perception of existence changes. Problems that once seemed isolated take on new meaning, and solutions often arise from the most unexpected places. After all, if each part reflects the whole, then you are in fact a mirror of the infinite universe. The gateway process is not just a tool for exploring the unknown, it offers practical applications that can transform daily life. One of the most impactful techniques is remote viewing, which allows you to access information about places or events without being physically present. Sounds impossible. Not for those who understand that the mind can transcend physical limitations. For example, agents trained in the gateway process have used this skill to locate targets or gather strategic intelligence. In everyday life, you can apply remote viewing to solve complex problems, such as imagining solutions to work challenges or even locating a lost object. Another fascinating application is the use of patterning or intentional patterning. This method is based on the idea that our thoughts and intentions shape reality, a concept that resonates with spiritual and esoteric practices such as the law of attraction. To apply it, you must create a clear mental image of what you wish to achieve, accompanied by positive emotions, as if you have already accomplished the goal. For instance, if you're seeking a new job, visualize yourself in the ideal environment, performing your duties with joy. This simple practice, when repeated consistently, helps align your energy with what you wish to manifest. One of the advantages of these techniques is that they can be adapted to everyday situations. Imagine using visualization to prepare before an important presentation, seeing yourself confident and articulate, or applying patterning to improve relationships, visualizing harmonious interactions with colleagues, friends, or family. The key to success lies in the clarity of intention and repetition. These practices act as a bridge between esotericism and modern science, demonstrating that what once seemed reserved for a select few can be accessed by anyone with a little practice and dedication. Another practical use of the gateway process is solving complex problems through expanded consciousness. By entering deep mental states, such as those induced by hemisync, you access levels of creativity and insight that are inaccessible in the normal state of mind. For example, when facing a difficult decision, you can use techniques like resonant tuning to calm the mind and allow intuitive answers to emerge. This elevated state of mental clarity is particularly useful for entrepreneurs, leaders, or anyone who needs to make quick and strategic decisions. Finally, the gateway process shows us that the mind is an incredibly powerful tool, capable of transcending the limits of the physical and acting as a catalyst for practical and profound change. By combining techniques such as remote viewing, patterning, and brain synchronization, you can transform not only your perception of reality, but also how you navigate the world. These practices are not just distant theories. They are concrete tools that anyone can use to achieve goals, solve problems, and manifest intentions. After all, who wouldn't want a practical life manual straight from the depths of the mind? The gateway process is not an isolated innovation. It has deep roots in ancient philosophies and traditions. From the Hindu Vedas to Tibetan Buddhist sutras, there are records of practices aimed at expanding consciousness and connecting the individual to the cosmos. These ancient texts describe advanced meditative states, called samadhi or nirvana, which resonate with modern experiences provided by hemisync and other techniques of the process. It's fascinating to see how occultism and spirituality from thousands of years ago pointed to truths that are now corroborated by science. It seems the past has never been so present. The parallels between the gateway process and ancient practices don't stop there. The concept of chakras, for example, found in Hinduism and Buddhism, bears similarities to the idea of energy and vibration used in modern techniques. Chakras are seen as energy centers that influence physical and emotional well-being, and hemispheric synchronization seems to operate in a similar way, balancing the energy of the body and mind. Think of the practice of resonant tuning as a modern version of chanting ancient mantras, both designed to align the individual with a higher frequency of harmony and clarity. Beyond its connections to the East, the gateway process also dialogues with Western philosophical traditions. Plato, for instance, described the idea of a world of forms, an immutable and perfect reality beyond our physical world. This concept echoes the idea of a holographic universe, where the material world is merely a shadow of something greater. Even alchemists, often associated with occultism, spoke of a great work that united the spiritual with the material. These traditions show that, in all cultures, there has always been a quest to understand the connection between mind, body, and the universe. Another fascinating connection lies in the notion of cycles and universal patterns, frequently mentioned in esoteric and spiritual texts. Taoism, with its yin and yang, illustrates the harmony between opposites, which can also be seen in the synchronization of the brain hemispheres. The idea that the microcosm reflects the macrocosm is a recurring theme in mystical and philosophical traditions. In the gateway process, this translates into the understanding that individual consciousness is a fundamental piece of the universal whole. Every practice, whether meditative or technical, is like a modern ritual that connects the practitioner to ancient truths. These historical and philosophical connections show us that human knowledge is a continuous flow, where the ancient and the modern meet. The gateway process did not emerge out of nowhere. It is a natural evolution of centuries of accumulated wisdom, now shaped by a scientific approach. When you practice these techniques, you are participating in a millennial tradition that seeks to transcend the limitations of the physical world. It's as if each exercise is a dialogue between you and the enlightened minds of the past, uniting spirituality, esotericism, and science in a single journey toward expanding consciousness. Exploring beyond physical reality is like crossing a portal into a universe full of possibilities. In the gateway process, this translates into experiences that transcend time, space, and even the dimensions we know. Many participants report feeling as though their consciousness travels to unknown places, exploring worlds that cannot be described in words. Imagine closing your eyes and, in seconds, feeling yourself floating in a vast ocean of energy, connected to everything and everyone. This journey is not just about leaving the body. It's about expanding your perception and discovering that physical reality is only the surface. One of the most common experiences reported is the sensation of transcending time. For those practicing the techniques of the gateway process, the past, present, and future seem to merge into a single moment of pure consciousness. Have you ever had that déjà vu feeling, as if you've lived a situation before? Imagine amplifying that to a point where you can access memories not only from this life but from multiple existences. Many believe this perception is proof that human consciousness operates beyond physical limitations, connecting to something greater and eternal. Another fascinating aspect is the exploration of parallel dimensions. Some practitioners report visiting places that seem to exist in an other side of reality, filled with colors, shapes, and energies that challenge conventional logic. For those seeking to understand spirituality and esotericism, these experiences are an invitation to explore what the ancients called higher realms or astral planes. Want to try something practical? Before going to sleep, visualize yourself entering a tunnel of light and allow yourself to explore whatever you encounter. This exercise can not only expand your mind, but also reveal hidden secrets about yourself and the universe. In addition to exploring dimensions and times, the gateway process also enables deep states of understanding, almost as if you are downloading information directly from a universal source. Imagine having a sudden insight into a problem you've been facing for months, or understanding the deeper meaning of an apparently trivial situation. These moments of clarity are described as cosmic downloads and can be directly applied to your life. Whether in personal decisions, work, or relationships, this connection to something beyond physical reality can be a powerful tool for growth and transformation. Finally, going beyond physical reality is more than just an exploration of curiosity. It is an invitation to rediscover who you truly are. Participants of the gateway process frequently report that these experiences expand their sense of purpose and meaning. They realize they are more than physical bodies, connected to something vast and infinite. Have you ever wondered if there's something more beyond what we see? These practices are a response for those seeking to transcend, going beyond the limitations imposed by the mind and body, and discovering the vast universe that resides within themselves. We've reached a point where you should ask yourself, what will I do with all this knowledge? The CIA document and the gateway process aren't just fascinating ideas, they are call to action. After all, how often do you discover that reality is malleable, that your mind holds the key to accessing other worlds, and that the universe functions as a hologram where everything is interconnected? The question you should ask yourself now is, why continue living on the surface when there's an ocean of possibilities waiting to be explored? The practices you've learned here are powerful, but they only make sense if applied. Have you tried meditating deeply, listening to binaural sounds, or visualizing clear intentions? If not, what are you waiting for? Each technique described is not just theory but a practical tool for transforming your life. Imagine the impact of shaping your reality, manifesting your desires, and discovering that you are part of something much larger. Give it a try. Remember, the first step is always the hardest, but it's also the most transformative. Now I ask you, are you willing to step out of your comfort zone and explore the vast potential within you? Think about what's at stake. Your life could be completely different. And it's not an exaggeration. Great changes begin with small steps. How about starting today? Choose one technique, whether meditation, visualization, or hemisync, and make it part of your daily routine. With consistency, the results will appear, and you'll be amazed at the power that's always been in your hands. If this content has resonated with you, here's a challenge. Comment the keyword cosmic manifestation below to activate the cycle of prosperity and fulfilled desires in your life. Share your experiences, doubts, or insights in the comments. I want to know how you plan to apply this incredible knowledge. This is the moment to create a community of consciousness explorers and reality creators. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and leave a like to keep learning about spirituality, esotericism, and the mysteries of the universe. We're just getting started on this amazing journey together. Ready to shape reality?